Hi guys. I woke up really early today, so I am, while physically not feeling tired, I am, I do have this massive headache. So I'm a bit down. I may not be as energetic, just a heads up. But today we are playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I was kind of figuring it out for like 30 minutes what to stream. But saw that in my library. Forgot I had it. Sorry, barely any playtime. So I guess that's what we're, that's what we're playing today. So yeah, we can get right into it if you guys would like to. But yeah, let's get right into this bad boy. It is asking for the time. It is 12. It just turned to 12:40. Okay, we're gonna be a minute behind. Mhm. What do you want to say? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock at 1:12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. You're welcome. That's how I know you care about this experience, since you're paying attention. Yeah, I don't even have any way of doing it. They are, but it did turn. It is a minute late. It's not accurate because it did turn 12:40 just as I clicked the correct button. Okay, what's the deal? Next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. Thank you. That was a little, damn. I didn't expect to get that, but okay. Thank you. Oh, it's loading. Uh, can you guys hear that? It might be a bit loud. It's very loud for me. Okay, that should be better. Begin. I don't think I've actually ever played this. Like I've played the Stanley Parable, but not the Ultra
This
Deluxe.
is the story of a man named Stanley.
Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number
Oh, this is very
427.
loud.
Employee number 427's job was simple.
Oh my
He sat
god.
at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Push, push.
Orders
I would
came to
love to
him
do
through a
that.
monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Damn.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in.
At least he's getting paid good, right?
For this job. And Stanley
Surely he's getting
was
paid
happy.
good, right? Surely.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
What is that?
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Oh
No
no.
one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Imagine it's a
Never
public
in all
holiday.
his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly
Bro came in on a
wrong.
public holiday.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
What if I don't step out of my office? Let me jump! I'm not stepping out of my office. I'm gonna stay here. Is it smooth, by the way, chat? Please let me know if it's smooth enough. Why am I sliding? Okay. Oh my god, you can just right click to move. Okay. We actually have to leave the office. Let me
All
in.
of his co-workers will... Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
What
Check
achievement?
the door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth?
Bro, I didn't even know that was an
You
achievement.
can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Okay, I think it has to be like this door or something.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
I want to get in!
Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes,
Okay.
almost certainly 50 clicks.
I'm spamming my E button right now, chat. It's crazy. I need this achievement! Bro, I didn't even know that was an achievement. I was just doing it for the sake of entering the room. But now I know this is an achievement, I have to finish this. I have to... Okay, it has to be this door. I have a cup in my room and I don't know why.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley.
Nuh-uh.
I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all
I
the
am.
way, no matter what the cost.
I
Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Okay, chat, we gotta find door number 417. Does that... Dory... I bet you Hufflepuff. I think I'm in the wrong set. I've just played random games. Vanilla, I genuinely don't know if you know that or not, but I just play random games. Oh, here.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
I don't know what Hufflepuff... Door 37.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Door 415. Okay, chat. Where's door 415? Here.
Now, back to door number 437.
Bit! I hate this guy. Get that no good Hufflepuff out of my store.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
The fuck is...
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
419. Okay, where's 419's desk? Does that desk even exist? I can't. Oh.
Yes, this is great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416. That's over here.
We've almost got it. Now the copy machine, do that one again.
Is there a copy machine in here? Bro's making me run. Poor.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 clicks on door 430.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, we did it. Oh, wow. That felt amazing.
I did it.
Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back.
I really did get an
Proud of
achievement,
how far
chat.
we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
I want to go in there though. Like, what? There's no window. I want to know what's in there. Alright, chat. So this is the Ultra Deluxe. So that means the bucket is in here. And I want to try to get to the
Stanley
bucket.
clicked on literally every single door in the office.
Not
Because he
every
doesn't
door.
pick up well on cues from his environment.
Oh my god, I can close it. That's cool. Let me in.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This way's left, right? Nah. Let me in. I'm going back. I'm gonna go back, chat. I don't want to be in here. Bitch! You locked me in here! That's rude!
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave
What?
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
No, I'm gonna die if I go to the boss's office. How did that change? How did I make it change? Is it just changing? Yeah, it's just changing. Okay. I can go in the broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. I'ma stay in the broom closet. Stanley stayed in the
There was
broom
nothing
closet.
here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason
And the
to stay
rope.
here.
Wink, wink. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in
Yeah!
some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
I'm trying to interact with this stuff. I want to take the broom with me.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yeah.
Standing around doing nothing? Why?
I'm not doing
Please offer me
nothing.
some explanation here. I'm genuinely
I have zero
confused.
idea what FA is too. Don't worry. I'm
You
just.
realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story.
I don't care.
whatsoever.
Okay,
I never would
fine.
have thought to mention it.
Fine.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What's this? What does that say? Chat, what does that say? Someone take a screenshot of that. I don't know what that says. Oh. Oh. Okay, never mind then.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired
Bitch!
for that. And in such a competitive
1, 2,
economy, why had he
3,
taken
4.
that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
Copy
None
that.
of it made any logical sense.
All
And as
these
Stanley
squares
pondered this,
make a
he began to
circle.
make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet
1,
when
2,
he
3,
looked
4.
down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And
Chat,
for
I
that
made a
matter,
mistake.
These rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this
If
is
I-
all too strange. This can't be real. And at last,
Well, to
he
be
came to
fair.
the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is
You
all
make
a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going
1,
to lose his
2,
job.
3,
He wasn't
4.
crazy after all. And he thought
Someone
to
needs to
himself,
clean that
I
up.
suppose I'll wake up
I
soon.
bet by the end of
I'll
this,
go back to my boring real-life job
you'll feel
pushing
like you dropped a
buttons.
gallon of
I may
ice
as
tea.
well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed
This
he
is
hadn't asked
amazing.
himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
Yeah.
I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my
That's
thoughts.
just...
And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself?
Zoomies,
Believing
thank you
that
for
if
the
he's asleep,
follow.
he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
Welcome into the
Stanley is
stream.
as
Hope you
awake
enjoy
right
it
now
here.
as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock.
Am I not
to
flying
Stanley.
anymore?
After
Aw.
all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
Bro, can this guy
This was
shut
a
up?
dream. So he closed his eyes
I'm
gently,
sorry, I didn't mean
and he
to
invited himself
diss
to
the
wake up.
narrator like that.
He felt the
Wait, you're
cool
fine.
weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world
Can't
outside
see.
this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
Cause I can
Let me
still
go
move.
back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons.
Okay, I can't see anything now.
It's all I want. I want my apartment, and
Oh.
my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
I'm trying to
Everything
figure
will
the
be
way out.
fine. I am okay.
Oh, I'm awake again. Yay!
Stanley began screaming.
No, I did not.
Please, someone,
Bro,
wake me
shut
up.
up.
My name is
Bro.
Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be.
I'm not real.
Must be
I'm
real.
fake.
I hear my voice. Who am I? Who am I?
I'll get hit by the car.
Went black.
Oi!
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up.
Who
on the
is
day of the
Mariella?
night. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was
Stanley.
interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man.
Stanley had a
He
horrible
was
bed.
obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
Yeah.
And in that moment,
He's
she thought to
insane.
herself how
We're
lucky she
insane
was
because
to
we're
be
Stanley,
I
technically.
am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
I'm insane for watching this. Please don't put links in my chat. Oh, whoa, we're back. Let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Shut up.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, this time we're gonna go to the right door. Because we can.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley
Too bad.
knew perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge.
Sorry, I hit the
first,
dot
just
button
to admire it.
instead of hitting the space bar. Oh, that's alright. If it was a mistake, that's fine. It is pretty close together, isn't
Truly
it?
a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley
Beautiful.
simply stood here, drinking it all
Let's
in.
get over it. How do I get to the bucket ending, chat?
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Cause, are you aware of the band Sabbath? No, I'm not aware of that band. I'm afraid.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Bucket. I want to get to the bucket. How do I get to the bucket?
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
I didn't mean to.
Good job, Stanley.
I definitely
Everyone
meant to.
thinks you are very powerful.
What is this dinging? Was my fucking alarm. I set an alarm for 1 p.m. because that's when I usually stream, and I don't know what my own alarm sounded like. Oh. Alright, chat. I'm gonna Google how to get this bucket ending. How to get the bucket ending in Stanley Parable. Yep, I've got that. I need the images. Here we go. We got the roots. Oh my god. I need something more simple, please. Reluctant, door choice. Where's bucket? No, so that's the normal one. Where's bucket? There's chat. There's multiple bucket endings. They're trying to exercise me. Oh no! I kid you not. There's multiple bucket endings. There's destroy bucket. There's wrong bucket. Goodbye bucket. Home bucket. Memorial bucket, monetize bucket, cushion bucket, order bucket, kill bucket. Oh my god, chat, what? Okay. Wait. So it's before the door choice. So the bucket is before the door choice.
His co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's apparently on a pedestal. You cannot find the right bucket. The right bucket will find you. That's, yep, correct. It's apparently on a pedestal in the second office. Hold on. So launch, start. Bro, I cannot see this. I cannot see. I have to zoom in, but I cannot zoom in. Okay. Door. Bro, I don't want to search with Google Lens! No! Okay, chat. I got this. Okay. Launch door. Close door. Window at room 3. At room 4-3. At room 434. Okay, chat. We need to find room 434. Window at room 434. That's what it says. But wait. Can what? Oh my god, chat. Window at room 434. The 3 rooms are back this way. 434.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map.
This is the
Until he heard
window.
this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary.
Let me go back
into
up,
the nature
wait.
of video game structure
No.
and its examination of structural narrative tropes.
Window
So,
at
now that
4-3.
you're here, what do you
At
think?
room
Isn't this a fun and
434.
unique place
Okay.
to be?
Yeah,
Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now.
Yep,
what
kill
do
me.
you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yep. Yep.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the...
Sorry. Alright, where's room 434?
All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Chat, I'm
No
gonna
matter
need to
how
watch a
hard
fucking
Stanley
tutorial.
looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
So it's before the door I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Chat, I'm Googling. I'm going to watch a tutorial. I'm watching a tutorial. Okay. Normally you cannot get the... Normally you cannot get the bucket into Stanley's office. Occasionally, however, this phone will ring and answering it will give you one of 3 Easter eggs. Let's say anything during this Easter egg. This was 3 years ago! You have 1,000 hours in this game? You will leave me? Okay, tell me how to get the bucket. Please.
Oh, please. Are you really
No, I've
just
already
doing this
gotten
for
the
the
achievement.
achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No.
Please
no.
lead me through this.
I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you
Go
were
to the
click
door
20
choice. Okay.
I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I will lead you from there. Okay, we're at the door choice. Do I go in the room? Backwards. This way? In this hall. Okay, what about this hall? Painting. What? What do you mean fuck a duck? Yeah, that's what yeah, okay. I'm just gonna go to all and pop up the first video. Yeah, you first need to unlock the Ultra Deluxe content by completing the new content and sequel endings. New content and sequel endings. Okay, so I need to what? So I need to get the sequel endings. And I need to go to the after 3 playthroughs for first run, after epilogue for subsequent. You need to beat the okay. Well, we'll do the main thing then.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We're gonna speed run this so we can get the bucket. Yeah,
Yet
I need to
there was
complete
not
the
a
main
single
ending.
person
No.
there either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
What do you mean
Stanley
no?
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Go backwards. I can't. Hold on. Pick the right door? Okay.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself.
What?
This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes.
Do everything
this
besides
room.
what he tells
What
you
a
to.
beautiful room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten.
Nuh-uh. You're just a voice in my head.
Stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
I'm gonna make whatever decision I want to.
I'm asking for her.
My wife?
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
Nah.
To reach out to her. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
No, I
That
didn't.
wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
Cause I have free will.
Chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
He's going through the script.
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see...
Yeah, I'm circling.
No, that's not possible. I can't believe it.
What?
How had I not noticed it sooner?
What's not
Oh, look,
possible?
Stanley, you're a real person.
Nuh-uh. I am Stanley.
I can't
I've got a
believe
wife
I was
and
so
kids.
mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely.
Don't worry, we can just restart the game.
Even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation?
Not
Well, I
really.
don't have that kind of risk on my watch.
Fun
I'm going
fact,
to
a
stop the
man
game for
played...
moment so we can educate
Oh!
on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
No thanks. No,
Choice.
no,
It's the best part of being.
no.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Okay, what do I do now? Or did I have to watch the credits? I
When
low-key
Stanley
kind of don't
came
want
to
to
a
watch
set
the
of
credits.
two open doors, he entered the door and
Don't
this was
listen
not
to the
correct way
voice,
to the
okay.
meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
I'm crazy.
just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I didn't.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that but in his eagerness to he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do.
I think I missed!
He leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are
Thank you.
very powerful. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, I'm not going to meet your room. I completely missed that jump.
Then Stanley came to a set of
Ignore
two
the
open
fact
doors.
that I
This was
missed
not
that
the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Mm-hmm.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright, chat, this time we're gonna make
Stanley
it, don't
was so
worry.
bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Yeah, railings
I'm not your enemy,
kinda
really, I'm not.
need some railings
I
there.
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do...
Chat, ignore... The fuck? What?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Why is it blue?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
I found the whiteboard ending. I didn't know that. I found the whiteboard ending though.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the
That was new dialogue. I didn't know what that was, but that was new dialogue, so.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't.
Okay, chat, this time we're gonna make the jump, okay?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
See, chat?
Really?
Told you.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Look,
let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, I walked through the blue door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nuh-uh.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nuh-uh.
All right, fine, go ahead.
Nuh-uh.
You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
I haven't been here before.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer
Whoa.
textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yeah,
Is it worth
actually.
ruining the entire story I
Jump,
wrote
I can't!
specifically for you. Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for
How do I jump?
Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skills?
The ability to jump!
With me, you've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Nah.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I don't really want to do that. I kind of want to, like, yoink. Chat. Oh, which one do I do? What if I just pressed all of them?
A one? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a one?
Yeah.
That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid,
does it have the bucket in it?
With this one. Let's take a look.
The fuck is this? No thanks.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Nope.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on.
If it's
And
the
now
baby
would be
one,
a
I don't
lovely
wanna play the
opportunity to give it
baby
some
one.
playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
I would
Perfect.
mind.
Let me boot it up.
No thanks. Bitch.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You
Ooh,
click the
play it.
button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of
I already have a
endlessly
child,
confronting the
so...
demands of family life.
And that baby
I
looks
think the art world will
depressed
really
already.
take
I think it'd be
notice.
fine if it
But of
died.
course, the message
I'm
of
sorry,
the game
I shouldn't
only
say that.
becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
I'm not
So why don't
pressing
you
that
give it 4
button
hours
for
of play
4
to make sure it's
hours.
effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
No thanks. Yeah, shut. That baby can die. That baby can die.
You heartless bastard.
Bro.
Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Uh,
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me.
Bucket!
I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out.
Bucket will
I'm
improve
out.
my experience.
It's over.
Oh,
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
no, it wasn't.
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the
Minecraft?
pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
Plant.
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Okay, what game is this?
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep.
I don't want to play this
Perhaps for
game.
some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
Thanks. No, thank you.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
Okay, what do I do now? I need to get to the ending, but I kind of
Stanley
like...
came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop
do I
by the
do?
employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Because we can go down there. I know we can go down there. I'm not sure how we go down there, though. Like, because if we go in there, we can simply just go down there. But there's another ending
Stanley was
as
so
well,
bad at following
this way,
directions,
that I
it's
know of.
incredible he wasn't
So,
fired years ago. Look, Stanley,
I wanna go
think
down
perhaps
there.
We've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's some... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have
Oh yeah,
zero
we'll go this way.
consideration for others? Are you that convinced that
We need
I
a
want
fucking
something
key
bad
card. Of
to
course
happen
we
to you?
do.
Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Nuh-uh.
Would both be
There
so
we go.
much
We're
happier
back.
if we just
We're back, chat.
stopped.
Don't worry, we're back.
And I think, well, I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Thanks. Thanks. I don't wanna. Bye. Bye. Okay, fine, bitch.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
We're gonna have a party. That's what we're doing.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right... No, wait. Where are you going?
Going this way.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Sorry, mate.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Sorry, mate.
Please, Stanley. No! Oh, thank God. No. No, no. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Sorry, mate.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room.
Nah.
My God. Is this really how much you dislike my
It's not I don't dislike
You'll
it.
throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
Bro, when I willingly jumped off the edge of that thingy, you didn't stop me.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
If you can stop being a voice in my head, then maybe we can get along.
After all.
You know.
Well, this one is yours.
Stanley's probably bleeding right now, like, so badly. His legs, he's crawling.
Is it over?
Yeah.
It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Haha.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
What is this? Goodbye. New content!
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
We got one of the new contents! Let's go! Whee! I can't see shit. Whee! This is interesting.
Hello, and thank you for
The
playing
fuck?
the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released
What?
in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Wait, did it really come out in
reimagined
2022?
consoles and home computers. The
That's
Stanley
like
Parable Ultra Deluxe
3 years
features
ago.
exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
With Bucket! You have to pay more though,
Please
which is kind of
step
bullshit.
inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley
Yeah!
Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Give me the bucket!
This sounds
Well, first time skip, and then goes to second time.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Huh. The jump circle!
All right, let's see it.
I can jump!
The jump circle.
I can jump! Chat! I can jump! Oh, that's if my dream come true. Bitch. Bitch.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Bitch. I want to keep jumping. Another elevator!
Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
Yes!
If this is new content,
Yes!
then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
20.
I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more.
Let's
Very
go.
good. Yes, I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the
That's
new
it?
content.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
I very much enjoyed
This is
that
what happens
jumping.
when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no
True,
reason
though.
other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter.
On
and
Twitter!
personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations.
Imagine the
If you're
carpet
still
fall
with me,
through.
why don't we just reset the game?
Nah.
And we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
Oh, I can hide under
No
here. Let's
frills,
go.
No gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Nah.
What do you say, friend?
Nah, I like this. Bitch! The fuck is this? What is this?
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Coffee nut? And a screwdriver? Okay. What's in the vent?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Hold on, chat, I need to get a thumbnail. Chat, I need to get a thumbnail, hold on. I need to get a thumbnail. Okay. Okay. We're fine now. I got I got the thumbnail.
I call it the memory zone. It's where I've been storing
This is
all
beautiful.
my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Wait, this looks like the demo room.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back
Bro, I was
then,
playing video
it
games back in
always-
2014.
Oh, the waste.
I was in skill. This looks so much like the demo. What is that? The United States of America. Is that a one? I thought that was a $2 bill. It's a $1 bill. I don't know. I'm not American, so. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. It is impossible to get this achievement. My god. There's a chair, guys! Oh, I want to sit on the chair. Bro, this is beautiful! In loving memory, Little Stanley. Guys, 07 in chat for Little Stanley. You're amazing, Little Stanley. I don't know who you are, but you're amazing. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, my friend. Rest in peace.
And over
Ooh.
here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote,
Shut up.
"Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art.
I'm trying to read
Stanley
it!
Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
Yeah, I'll give the demo a 10 out of 10. I loved playing that demo. Horizon
Persona 3,
Skyrim.
all of them, and now it's nothing.
Skyrim, Persona 3.
It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
It's okay. I don't know if I should go downstairs. I can't. Okay.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley
GameSpot.
Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game.
I think he's just
9
making
out
this
of
up,
10.
chat.
Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
You can make whatever choices you want in this game. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Bro, I can't get through there. Bro. I don't know what that was. The serious room. Stanley.
These were simpler times, Stanley.
I just
But I wouldn't
said my
give to
name.
go back to have it all over again.
How do I get in this serious room? Oh.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's
What's
this?
this?
What's down here?
Oh.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, an online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's being collected down
The
here.
reviews
Surely
from
these reviews were
Steam!
glowing as well, weren't they?
If they're down here, I don't think so.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than
Unfunny?
entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Oh, it's thundering.
Okay, let's see what this one says.
Oh.
While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
No, you're
You
not.
can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I
Bros,
use in the game to get it to
bros
feel
ignoring the
right in areas
recommended
I always thought it did.
and just the
Maybe it
not
wasn't.
recommended.
Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold If it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record, only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you with just the push of a button. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? Stanley, please don't push the button.
12?
It's been 12 hours.
Too bad.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting... Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Oh.
You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley,
Bro's going insane without me.
It's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been... Oh, hello. It's you.
Bro's gotten used to.
Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only...
No thanks. I think he died, guys. Please stop.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review.
Just gonna let you do that. That beeping really pissed me off, by the way.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Chat, I think I made him go insane.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Damn. I think I made him go insane, guys. It's not good. Centuries have passed. I think he's officially dead. We'll keep going forward then. Oh. Daytime. It's really hurting my eyes. I'd like to look forward to nighttime. Bro, it's becoming Portal 2 in here! Oh. Filled it up, did they? It's nothing. That clock's gone. The fuck was that? Get me out of here. I don't like that. Oh. Guys, it's crazy. The clock is still here. Oh. Pretty sure there was water here last time. Let's go into the horizon. go, shall we? This is very loud. I need to turn this down. Hold on. There we go. Oh. What? Oh, we're back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
A new content.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting.
Now it sounds like he's whispering. Oh, chat, this is exciting. Now we can finally get the bucket ending after this one. Well, this is different. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Maybe I can jump again. That would be so exciting if I could jump again.
Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Pooh. Isn't that just ultra deluxe?
Is far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions. Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience.
I'm interested.
Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This
like a
is
movie
what
theater.
fans have truly been asking for.
Your content is out.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
Yeah.
Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there.
I agree.
It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can mostly organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up
wow.
around them. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
What all the merch? Bucket! Wait, hold on. I need to check if I need to do anything here. Oh my god. Give me a second, chat. I just need to check if I need to do anything here. Because I should need... TSB 2. Button that says the name. I want to hear my name in the game.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course,
Buttons.
the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized.
Right, chat, let's
and
see.
validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button, which... Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is.
Bitch.
Here, let's have you roleplay as Jim to really
I don't
simulate
want to
the full
roleplay as
experience of this
Jim.
feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Okay, fine. I'm Jim.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply?
Jim,
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up
Bro!
the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button.
I do not care!
It's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends.
Frisbee.
Jim
Jim would not play frisbee.
Horror movie sleep. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a
Jim.
meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button.
Okay.
Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I work very hard on?
Okay. Okay, so new content.
Maybe
PSP
I'll only let
2.
people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've created here.
Infinite hole! Chat, do we want to go to the infinite hole? Oh, that's beautiful. But that sent shivers down my spine. The jump circle!
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle
Yeah!
to Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle?
Yeah.
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece.
Bitch! Oh. Epilogue. Wait. So I need to go to the sequel. How do I get to the sequel? After epilogue. So we need to go to the epilogue. Which is up there. Well, I want to go to the infinite hole first, you know what I mean? Where's this infinite hole?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right.
Well, I'm going to the bucket first.
You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
I want to go get the bucket first. I need the bucket. Bucket will make my life complete. I think it's up here. No, bucket's down there. Okay. Bro, I wish I could run in this game. That'd be so helpful. Alright, time to go to the bucket, guys.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical.
Where's
that
the
it
bucket?
engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with
Where's
the
the
game.
bucket?
It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
Oh,
See,
it's not
Stanley,
attached to a string. I
anytime
thought it
you
was just
hold
floating
it,
down.
A sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting.
Yes,
You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring
Let me get to
cognitive
the bucket!
dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me.
The Stanley
Actually
Parable 2
redesigning the
Reassurance
game to be
Bucket.
less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Oh, this makes me calm.
Can you feel it?
Yeah.
The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already
It's not
be
helping with
soothing
my
to your
massive
body.
migraine
And in
slash
fact,
headache that I have right
can I
now.
say
But
that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
that feels like an
The
insult.
benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay, let's get out of here. And now we can go to the infinite hole.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video? Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
Oh.
Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Bro.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
It's just because I stopped listening to you for a certain amount of time. It is, isn't it? Alright, now let's go to the infinite hole. It's gonna be so exciting. Whee!
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious
Yeah, this is
concoctions,
amazing.
you say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Next. I'm gonna keep falling.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer,
Whee!
but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go
Why?
back to
Is
the
there a
top.
bottom? Is it not actually
On the
infinite?
sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Is there like a hole at... Is it not infinite?
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully.
Did you lie?
It's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole.
He
I
lied!
don't want anyone to say
Lied!
it's an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole.
He lied.
You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue
Cigarettes.
is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling.
From management to everyone.
Actually wants to fall.
Something me. Meeting at
I think
2
if the hole was
p.m.
as deep
She
as anyone would
sincerely
actually need.
management.
Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and
It
again
is!
just call the whole
Every pause
mostly
button is a
infinite?
Roman
If that
numeral
works for you,
2.
then go ahead and
true.
press the teleport button to warp up to
That's
the
actually
top
the
of
play
hole
button.
and we can move
Oh
on.
no, that is the
I'll
pause button.
just be up here when you're ready.
Okay.
Great. Now, I'm very... Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem
Yeah.
even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that hard.
Guys, we got lyrics
Well, I
down
suppose
here in the
once again,
hole.
There's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, I guessed you're back in the hole.
Oh, I
If
love this
starts to
game.
become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no
Can I have
longer
that skip
feasible
button
to
back,
call
please?
the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's
Okay.
going on here?
Dunno.
Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is.
Oh.
The shame of my lie has come to... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever
Can't
it
get
is
up.
you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport
Yeah,
button
no, it's not working.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, I really don't have an